Hey guys, I just want to let you know that we are, as of this video, whenever it gets out, we are about to find out what the reviews for Disney's Wish will be like. And if you're watching this, just know that have another review for another film that I'll be watching later today, coming up soon, which is the documentary Pencils versus Pixels, which is a look at the history of animation, how it's changed, how it's entering a new era. Uh, but before I get into all that, I've got a message to put out to Disney CEO Bob Iger. A bit of a longer video than expected, which means this will be cut up into a few pieces on Twitter. So I just wanted to pass on my message to what I'm asking for from Mr. Bob Iger at Disney, specifically related to four topics. First one is about Marvel Studios and the MCU. So, Mr. Iger, if you're listening, here's what I need from you regarding four specific brands of yours at Disney, starting with Marvel Studios and the MCU. First, I wanted to say at Marvel Studios, I'm excited that you're allowing Marvel Studios to make adult stories, and I'm looking forward to Echo when all those 5 episodes of that series hit Disney Plus in January. And I will support it a lot, so you know that we want more of that. But regarding another story of yours from Marvel Studios that is coming out in theaters next summer, the only film of Marvel Studios, by the way, to mitigate accusations of MCU fatigue in Deadpool 3. I'm asking you for a few things regarding Deadpool 3 specifically to ensure that film is great when it comes out July 26th. The first thing is to ensure that it's still rated R, and I believe you'll do that since you promised many, many times it will be. But to also make sure that the film's VFX and CGI artists aren't rushed, or that the VFX and CGI don't look rushed either, and that you don't overwork those VFX artists. Along with also ensuring that you make sure that you give Deadpool 3 serious and fair treatment, not just the marketing, but behind the scenes as well, to make sure that it's not only your first billion-dollar hit for Disney and Marvel Studios in a long time, but as the next R-rated billion-dollar hit to give Marvel Studios the confidence they need to ensure that Blade should stay R-rated, as the director promised it would be recently a couple weeks ago when that comes out in November 2025. Second, on the topic of Star Wars, now that Star Wars Ahsoka, the series that was my favorite of this year, though I can't really speak for myself since I'm a Clone Wars fan. I can, but I'm curious to see what everyone thinks. Since Ahsoka had its 8-episode first season run complete on Disney Plus last month, and apparently it did better than Andor and still managed to stay in the top 10 originals throughout its entire course of its run. Assuming the rumors are true, I'm hoping that you can, after Skeleton Crew and Season 4 of The Mandalorian come out, I hope that you can allow Star Wars Ahsoka to have a second and final season on Disney Plus in 2026. And along with also ensuring that to up the quality of Ahsoka and make it the second and final season better than the first, that you bring in writers from the Clone Wars if Dave Filoni wants that, and I'm sure he does, like Matt Micknovich, Charles Murray, and also the writer of the Mortis trilogy from the season 3 of the Clone Wars, Christian Taylor, since season 1 of Ahsoka kind of ended with a tease that whatever threat Baylan Skoll is looking for is related to Mortis, and it might be Abeloth. And I'm hoping that you do recast Baylan Skoll with someone like Liev Schreiber or Richard Armitage to ensure that you don't take the AI route and have him look scary with creepy deepfake de-aging. And also to ensure that you have the series come out in 2026 with all those writers from the Clone Wars, along with Noah Clore from season 3 of The Mandalorian, to assure that Ahsoka ends strongly before Dave Filoni's Star Wars film comes out in theaters, which I hope that you allow for a release in holiday 2027 for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, since people will be excited to see Thrawn on the big screen. And also, I would suggest filming Ahsoka Season 2 and Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie in London, and not use the volume a lot, so that the season can not only be written better along with his movie, but it can also look better with a lot more color grading and a lot more stronger visual effects and a lot more strong music and writing and acting as well. Third, on the topic of Pixar, we're on the second to last topic here. Now, I know your focus is on Inside Out 2 when that hits theaters next summer. Apparently, it's the biggest viewed trailer for an animated Disney film, topping Frozen 2 by 41 million views, so congrats there. But I'm hoping that you also can focus on the next two original stories of Disney and Pixar coming out soon. The first one being the new Disney Plus, the first ever long-form Disney Plus original series from Pixar Animation Studios that's now been delayed from this next month to sometime in 2024 by the name of Win or Lose, which is this little poster which here that I got from D23 is about right here. I'm hoping that not only with that series but also with Disney Pixar's next original film that you've delayed from this coming March to next June called Elio. I'm hoping that you ensure both Win or Lose and Elio get strong, well-done marketing campaigns with stronger trailers and exciting music in them so they can feel like they're stories that people won't want to miss on Disney Plus and in theaters when they come out next year and in 2025. I know you need to ensure that your brands are financially stable, Mr. Iger, but you can't forget that people want more original stuff from Disney as well, even if you could do a better job of marketing them, and I do think you should. That's why people really were surprised by how they felt about Elemental, and that's why it almost hit $500 million and broke even on a $200 million budget. And if something like Elio is a better film, especially since it's got the team behind Pixar's Coco behind it, which was Pixar's last successful original film pre-pandemic days to make $800+ million worldwide, then I think you should give that movie a fair chance with a stronger marketing campaign before it comes out. Especially if it's as good as at least I've heard it is, and better than that first teaser trailer implies. You need to make sure Elio is a hit, and also Win or Lose is a hit up for Disney Plus too, along with Elio in theaters. And finally, most important of the four topics of what I need from you, Mr. Iger, regarding the four brands of Disney: Walt Disney Animation Studios, the studio that kicked off Disney 100 years ago. Now, I know you're looking forward to Wish, and I'm myself included, and I'm excited to see it soon. This isn't included here, but I'm hoping that you will give Wish a theatrical release in theaters for 15 weeks before hitting Disney Plus and Blu-ray. Like no Disney Plus release before Blu-ray, like just a full theatrical release for 15 weeks until it hits Disney Plus and Blu-ray. And alongside that, I also want you to ensure that you will allow the upcoming Disney Plus sequel series to The Princess and the Frog from Walt Disney Animation Studios that hits Disney Plus either late next year or in 2025, called Tiana, to be fully hand-drawn animated, along with also considering production being put back up and running and restarted for another project that many think might not come back, but I think has a chance to, and that's The Search for Mickey Mouse, a full-length feature involving Disney characters looking for Mickey Mouse with the help of Basil of Baker Street from The Great Mouse Detective. And I'm hoping that you can find a lot of hand-drawn animators that you can and start work on that soon so that it can hit theaters in holiday Q4 2028 for Mickey Mouse's 100th birthday, along with also allowing that film to be primarily hand-drawn animated with the characters of Mickey and his friends, and having the directors of the short that many think will win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars that people liked a lot when it came out last month, Once Upon a Studio, and animator of hand-drawn animation at Disney, Eric Goldberg, and composer Richard Sherman, with the time that he has left before he passes away to work on this film in terms of directing, music, and hand-drawn animation as well. I know this may seem a lot like I'm asking of you, Mr. Iger, but I really hope that you can at least try to get all these four things here of these four brands of yours at Disney that I need from you. The wishes I have asked of you to be granted and answered for me and to be done. And I also hope that you can do the right things now that we're in the midst of the completion of two strikes, and that maybe if you and Disney can be smart to do the right thing, and maybe you can be, even though some people doubt you, I'm hoping that you can split from the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers and give the Animation Guild and IATSE fair deals before they potentially go on strike next year, so that they can at least have the promise of fair and better treatment from you, and so that Walt Disney Animation Studios won't suffer layoffs or shut down. Same with Pixar and others. So do the right thing, Mr. Iger. Please grant these four wishes, and I promise you won't regret anything if you do. Thank you.